What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Joe Lockett. It's the evening edition of Coffee and Conversation, a very special show today. Thank you guys for locking in wherever you guys that you may be on your way home. You may be picking your kids up from school. How y'all doing? It's your boy Joe Lockett. Why am I on Coffee and Conversations on a Thursday evening? Well, y'all know it's political season. And people seeing your boy, they're seeing this podcast and they want to get out and get their message out. And I have a candidate here who wants to get his message out before the election on Tuesday. He's in the building, y'all. And his name is Mr. Richard Franklin, District 9. If you're in District 9, you need to listen to this interview. You need to share this out there with your folks, man, called District 9. He's running for city council. He's in the building. This election is very, very important. I usually don't get in politics much on this platform here, but I said, something, when they reached out to me, his team reached out to me and said, hey, we love to talk about this. And they wanted to use this platform to do it. I said, something? I think the people need to hear every message that they can. And so that is why today, Coffee and Conversation have a special edition to talk to you about voting and what this candidate is bringing to the table. So the evening edition of Coffee and Conversation with your boy Joe Lockett. Let's get it in. And the one and only, he's in the building right now, the one and only candidate, Richard Franklin. How you doing, my friend?
How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Good to see you.
Good to be seen and not viewed.
Oh Lord, boy, hey, we gotta come up with some,
right
we gotta come up with some more sayings, bro. We gotta come up with some more sayings.
No, man, listen, I'm laughing with it, but we since this election started, since I announced, since February, I would say, I've lost 9 people that I've known that was very inspiring to me, and just people that I knew.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. So,
I've had some friends myself and other people watching. This is that season for whatever reason, bro. A lot of people were waking up or getting that phone call, and they're not here anymore. So to anybody going through that, blessings and condolences to the family. How's it going on the campaign trail, my brother?
It's going well. My skin color has changed. I've been doing this for about a year. I started.
Man, stop! I'm 16 past midnight, so you fine.
Hey, well, wait till you see me in a couple of months when I'm not running, and I hope to be in the council seat. You look at me and say, that's not the same guy interviewing.
So let me ask you this question. How long have you been out there on the campaign trail?
Really about a year and a half.
About a year and a half?
Yeah.
Okay. So before we get into all your campaign things that you want to talk about, what in the world made you, Richard, get off the sidelines and say, guess what? I want to run for office.
So I ran last time.
Okay.
And last time I was in District 5.
Okay.
But they put me in District 9. And I've always been active in my neighborhood, wherever I live. My neighborhood president and a lot of the youth in the community. I'm the teachers union president, the AFT president for 16 years.
Okay.
When I first started, I was the youngest teachers union president. But they just started telling me, we need this, we need that. And I would go, okay, let's tell the politician that's in office.
Right.
And I started paying attention. Birmingham crime was rising. And I also have a background, dealing with children, but also being the city of Birmingham 20 coach, working with Park and Ricks. I started noticing, okay, wait a minute. A lot of the things we had growing up here, we don't have anymore. We're not investing in.
Right.
So I started researching the budget, so on that we had a larger budget than we've ever had. But I started looking at the line items of what we were putting that money in, and started noticing we were losing population.
Okay.
And I just studied my area where I live and noticed that my area, District 9, is comprised of 19 neighborhoods. And if I start naming them, you'll go, oh my God, those are the areas that everybody talks about, but people have left and it just looks bad.
So in District 9, what does District 9 cover here in Birmingham?
It actually starts Druid Hills, Fountain Heights, North Birmingham, Zipco Fendon, East Thomas, Enum Ridge.
Okay.
Then you'll go Pratt City, as far west, Hooper City, as far west to Dolomite, Wylam. I often tell people really the western, when you see the sign with 65 on the right hand side, that's District 9.
Okay.
But if you just think about some of those areas right now, Thomas areas in it, those are some of our most distressed areas. But at one time, those were some of our most prominent, nice looking areas. But doing my research and even growing up in, especially Eanston, growing up with my great grandmother and grandfather moving to Eanston from the country. The Eanston that we see today is not the same Eanston. I actually was thinking of when the last time we truly invested in Eanston. If the tornado didn't hit Pratt City, when did we really invest? People would say Druid Hills got invested in because of the amphitheater.
Right.
But it was in District 5 when that idea came up. So Druid Hills truly has been invested in. Protective Stadium is considered in Druid Hills.
Mhm.
They hadn't really invested in it. So just talking to people, talking to the youth, and once they start telling me we need you to run, they started saying you've been the voice for education.
Mhm.
And I said, okay, I think I can do this. I know everybody in the game. I understand the players. I understand the game. And I immediately realized that a lot of people that lost hope.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't vote because they don't believe in the politicians, because many politicians lie.
Yeah.
So I tell people I'm not a politician. I'm just a regular black man who wants to see my community thrive. Yeah.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Richard. It's coffee conversation, but we got to come correct. You're a politician now.
Until I get elected,
You are a you are a black man running for office, so you are now a candidate in a political realm. You're a politician, right? I hear what you're saying, but I'm just gonna be real with you, bro. You're a politician because you're here selling your idea, right, to us. And when you get in there, I don't want a man. I want a guy that's gonna be a politician, know what they're doing. So you're a politician at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're trying to do. You want to be the everyday guy, but that's not what it is.
Well, no, I would just say everything is political.
Yes.
But the reason I'm saying it is because I feel like in our community, when people run, we often hold them more accountable than the people who are in office.
Right.
So what I try to do is be very honest with people. You know, when people say, why are you running? So many different reasons. And, you know, what separates you? What are the issues? It's so many reasons, but also I have a different mindset than a lot of people.
Okay.
I'm a solution-driven person. Okay. So I don't just see like all these issues and people say I can ignore Birmingham. People say pollution, offended pollution. So one of the things I started researching, how many people have engaged them from the position of a council person. The council person is an advocate for their neighborhoods, their district overall. And I said, okay, we're not engaging a lot of the issues that we have. What we're doing is every 4 years, from my perspective, and I think most of the citizens, when I've been talking to them, they agree, is we engage the citizens every 4 years when it's an election and talk about the issue. Then once that election is over with, what you see is they go and they do downtown.
Okay, so we're gonna stop you right there. Okay. You ready for this? You came to me now.
Let's go.
All right. What you gonna do different, bro?
I'm out. Well, first of all, I want everybody to hear this. What makes me different? I already do the work. I already, with my job that I do as a union president, you have to stay engaged. So I've already taught myself doing it every day. You have to stay engaged with that member that you represent. So the member, all they're doing is changing the title, is a citizen of District 9. So you stay engaged.
I'm a citizen. Got a question. So you've been in for what you've done now,
yes,
right? So you say you're already engaged.
Yeah.
What changes have that made?
In District 9?
Well, yeah, no, for whatever you're doing, right? Because you say you're already engaged.
Right.
So as a citizen, right?
So when I first started 16 years ago at Birmingham City School was almost an F when it was graded. So the first thing I noticed, I would go in, I would rah, just, you know, standing up for members because I was the youngest person and a lot of the people were older, they didn't want to listen. And as time went on, I realized building relationships, being very straight to the point, with times with politicians, letting them know, hey, you talking to me, I already know, I'm not this dumb person that don't know. And as time went on, we had to start changing the mindset. I started talking about the mindset. If the goal is about children and children learning, we got to make sure we move all the barriers and acknowledge all the barriers first. So Birmingham City Schools, they make a short story that's a C. Now, C is not what we want, but most urban systems, if you do research around the country, they don't have a C. So you saw right now, if you talk to most of the educators, the mindset has changed. And it's more, not saying back then you didn't have adults that were working, that were student centered, but now you have more adults that are concerned about students. During COVID, it was very instrumental that even though I was the union president, I talked with the superintendents, Fairfield, Midfield, Birmingham, I represented. And the first thing I said was, hey, we need to get devices in our school planning. Because I just looked at it and knew that, hey, if we continue to put it in schools, hey, you see that it's something out here we didn't know it was COVID at first, people getting sick.
Right.
So I looked at it and I told the superintendent, listen, let's pay it for the devices because we need our kids learning, not sick. Because every time they're sick, they're going to be out of school.
So you was a civilian talking to the superintendent doing this?
Well, I would say, yeah, but I had influence off my title being union president.
Okay. So did it get done?
It got done.
Okay. So you work with other people, or did you go in, but you and the superintendent get that done?
Well,
because what people want to hear is when they hear what you're saying. you yourself, what is your process of moving things forward? How long does it take? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So in this interview, I want to make sure that people get to know the real Richard Franklin.
Right.
Right. Who are you? The A, B, and C, because again, it sounds great.
Right.
Right. Being an everyday guy, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna work really hard. I'll be back after 4 years. After 4 years, I'm not gonna be the candidate that's gonna disappear. I'm gonna be there for you. We've heard that before. Right. Let me trust me. Been doing this a long time. I've heard all that before.
Right.
So that's why I want to get the people here on this platform. I want you to talk to them and make them understand or help them understand. Okay, you, Richard Franklin, I can get this done because I went here and I got this done. I went here and got this done, and now when I'm in position to go do this at City Council in District 9,
right,
I can do more. You see what I'm saying? So walk me through that process.
So even when we talk about COVID,
okay,
what people do now, COVID is open. So back when it was going on, most people, they were staying in their house.
Okay.
They were concerned about themselves as individuals. That wasn't my mindset. My mindset was concerned about my members, concerned about the students, and concerned about learning loss, because they were already judging our kids so far behind. But that's when I talked about I knew I had to start with really a team. Superintendent, the board president, and myself. We had to have some deep conversations, because actually Birmingham City School was the first school system, and kudos to, at the time, it was Dr. Henry and Dr. Henry, the board president. On a Sunday night, we talked and made a decision, because we got out before the end of it. So that Wednesday of that particular year, we were getting out for spring break.
Okay.
So when we talked, we decided to get out that month. We didn't even go back that Monday. It was on the news, and then you saw every school system, and that's when we knew something was really going on. This is before we knew it was COVID.
Gotcha.
We just knew something was going on. So what I'm telling the people is, I'm a type of person, when it comes to issues, and we have a lot of issues, I'm a solution thinker. But I also understand that you, for example, City Council, you're going to have the mayor, and you have 8 other council members. I'm on the council. The council members, first, we have to have a conversation to make sure we're on the same page when it comes to representing our districts. So everybody that's running from mayor to council right now, I'm probably the only candidate that has talked to everybody. I know that comes as a shocker to the people, because you see so much fighting just for people going for a position. But the reason I know that's important is my work from working in the school system. You don't know who the people gonna pick, but you have to have a relationship starting day one.
So are you liked by your peers right now? People that are in and people that are running, are you liked by them? Because that's gonna be important.
Yes.
Right? Because if you're not liked and they're elected and you're elected, we're gonna have a gridlock again.
Yeah, they like me.
Are you looking down now? Come on now.
No. I'm a person that don't like to talk. You asking some questions that they do.
Okay.
Because even a lot of my platform,
okay,
I've seen a lot of people change. Even the mayor's foreman who watched it recently, watched the things that they're talking about District 9, Pratt City Inn, and they weren't talking about our areas like that before. Because I've been very open talking about it, and I always tell people, if something is wrong, you can usually see it or you can feel it.
Want to go here? District 9, Fountain Heights, Pratt, all that stuff, right? Richard, that's the hood. That's part where, if we want to say it's dangerous, it's tough over there. That's a tough part of the city. And a lot of people have tried and been denied over the years in that area. And it has, and I don't want to denigrate anybody, but it has not risen to what people say they was going to be risen to or be able to accomplish over the years and decades. Realistically, in your first term, if you're elected, right, what do that look like at the end for those areas?
Well, first, we will have the District 9 Community Alliance established in the first time. What that will do is bring everybody together, the business owners, the business leaders, the neighborhood officers, because right now we don't have a mechanism where everybody's together. But what will happen is they will separate, that mechanism will be separate from me as a council person. It will be ran by the people of the district. And what that does, that gives them access to the companies that are around, and they can raise money and invest and look at things holistically. So right now, when I'm running, what I'm noticing is that if you live in, let's say, Fountain Heights, even if you live in Preston, I live in East Thomas. Fountain Heights, East Thomas, which are around the corner from each other. A lot of times, we don't even have conversations at the neighborhood, people that live in the neighborhood offices. So when you get from Pratt City to Dolomite, so we running, I'm noticing that the issues that they're talking about, they're simple. But if we had a collective voice and came with a collective solution, it would be my job to advocate what that solution looks like.
Okay, so let me ask you this: is it a money problem? Will money solve the issues over there?
No.
What's what is the problem you see yourself with District 9?
So I think we have to be realistic. That's why I always tell people, if we tell it, I'm taking from a child perspective.
Okay.
If you're a child that lives in Instant Wild, right?
Mm.
You get off Lord knows, you go to the right.
Mm.
Everything that we know growing up, that those of us that are 40 and above, is not there anymore. So when you tell the child, mother's telling the child in Wild, hey, go get a job, where they gonna get a job at? They're living in the end, where they gonna get a job at? So I think I have to bring that realization that, hey, not just in District 9, but make a lot of the council people and the mayor focus on the economic situation that we're faced with. Is that if you have a community where at one time you used to have Burger King, which is fair, if people don't talk about that, when you first get off, go to the right, they think it's against the wild. But that Subway and that Burger King is fair. That McDonald's in Birmingham.
But why don't we have those?
I don't know. Nobody's ever. I'm just
come on, Richard. Why don't we have those though?
No,
is it the city council? Is the mayor's fault? The police fault? Why don't we have those things? You talking about a Burger King,
right?
You talking about a Subway? Why don't we have those? Let's be honest here now.
Now let me be honest.
Sure.
I don't know. I think that is the role.
I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Okay, tell me what you think.
Okay, in our neighborhoods, we don't keep these things. Number one, it ain't because we don't participate in them, right? But you got stuff going out the back door. You got people robbing these places, right? And you got people not taking care of the community itself. A lot of times, we're not taking care of the things the way we need to take care of. So people don't want to talk about. You have a job to do,
right?
But the citizens themselves also, Richard, I believe, we have a job to do, right? We can't tear up somebody else's establishment, right? Or give our friends free food, right? And think that you're gonna still continue to get a paycheck and you're gonna be able to make money. It don't work that way. Franchises don't make money. Franchises stay where they're making money.
Right.
Okay. If you're not making money, they move. So you can't tell us black folks is not eating Burger King and Subway.
That's true.
Right. The thing that happened is at the end of the day is that the citizens themselves, it ain't the city council, it ain't y'all. It ain't the mayor. It's the citizens themselves over time, right? The things that we start to allow to happen, whether it's the manager not coming to work, can't keep workers there, right? If you become the District 9 City Council, I truly believe whoever is watching this and whoever's going into office, we have to have a mind shift, right? Not just on city council, not in the political realm. We have a mind shift in Birmingham, Alabama, and different municipalities around the country about how we're going to take care of our own municipality. I have to help you do your job.
And that's true.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
If I don't help you do your job, bro, you're gonna look like crap at the end of the day. Anybody.
And let me piggyback this part of my. I live in East Town, even though I said I grew up in East, and that's what I tell everybody in all those 19 neighborhoods. Know what you want, and they'll go, huh? If you live in Pratt City, and you listen to this, you live in Hooper City. I know what Richard can say he wants for you, but if you're not holding me accountable and telling me what you want, then to me, the way my brain works, that's what the problem is. In my job, when I go over the map, when they talk to the politicians, even me sitting there, they're going to tell you exactly what they want, what they expect. Yeah. And then they're going to work with the politician to get what they want. Right. So that's my challenge to telling everybody. You're going to have to work out to tell me what you want and be willing to talk about it. And let's get on the ground and deal with it. Right. I mean, it's issues that we've been facing. When I think about the ends here, for example, my great grandmother, one of the first African Americans to have a beauty salon where Volcano is right now. It's Marcel Dane. When I was a little boy, the only vacant building in East was Ransom Court. There was I was born in 81. They bought it for 80. The city bought it in 83 for $1. I'm looking at what's going on now. Almost every building, except for a couple, vacant. There's no economic anything. The neighborhood that we grew up in, it was flooded. They said, hey, we're going to tear it down and fix and build a house up and build it. Pratt City was hit with the tornado. Pratt City used to be booming back then. Now, what the citizens got to understand is that this is on us and politicians. We're talking about the population loss in Birmingham.
Right.
I just gave you two situations where Richard Franklin was in. I was saying, hey, looking at it, bringing everybody together. Hey, we need to make sure we work. First of all, Ramsey Court. It ain't taking us this long to fix a bill. So, but I also understand with economics and the budget, every council person has probably been in every mayor was looking at it now. Say, we had this certain amount of money allocated for this area, for this project. So we can't move, because money
But see, Rich, I truly believe this, man. We keep talking about it, and I hear we've heard it.
Right.
This ain't you. It's just for all politicians. They look at somebody else's bottom line, look at somebody else's budget, and say, "Well, you spent money here, you spent money here, you spent money here. You could have did, you could have did." That's true, right? But I want to ask you because you're in this realm now. ROI, you know what that is, right? Return on investment.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Bottom line, when you're spending money in places and you're putting it in this neighborhood or whatever. Just say you put it in press, so you put it in wild.
Right.
Right. You know where I'm going to go.
Yeah, go. now you getting real deep. Let's go. Now let's
you know
go
what I'm saying?
here.
So when you're looking at it from a business standpoint, from the city's money, right?
Right.
What's going to be the ROI when you put that money right there immediately? What's the ROI? And an immediate thing, if it's not something grandiose that's going to change something and bring money in, you're not going to get a return. You can say you sent it over there.
Right.
That to me is the essence of the problem.
Yes. So that's one of the things you're gonna constantly hear me say. When I look back on stuff, we really hadn't had a plan. Even when they're spending money. Even with if we said right now, what is the plan for East? And you brought everybody together. They'll say, oh, the East neighborhood community has that framework plan. And the city gonna say, we're doing Ramsey McCoy. That's not a plan. But then you go down the road in Birmingham, and you got the state, you got the city, you got the county, you got everybody working together. And then I started looking at it and saying, wait a minute, this thing gonna be booming. So guess what? Up 20th Street East, we need to, when these people are driving going to Birmingham, we need to make sure we get that economic return. We need to also make sure that, hey, when we're doing this, we don't, and I want people to understand in these areas, we shouldn't let a developer come in once they're driving by and say, hey, we want to build this because we're going to say they're doing it to us.
Right.
What I want Birmingham and all of us to understand is that we know that port is coming. That port is booming. It's going to be booming. Right. Because the state wouldn't be investing in it. When you say get in return, when we talk about wild, Alabama Power is making some investments right now. I just think we need to plan from the cities and the citizens. We have these framework plans. I've been studying. We don't follow the politicians. A lot of times the neighborhood officers don't hold the politicians accountable. We just do one project.
How do I hold you accountable once you get in office, though? Because the only thing I know of as a citizen is don't vote for you the next time.
Well, I think we have.
But when you're in office, how do I get that you and hold you accountable?
Well, I think first of all, politicians, we have to have more conversations and give our citizens open. Because like I live in District 9, I'm just being honest. Throughout the city, we don't even have town hall meetings where we communicate. You just write stuff.
Will people show up though?
Well, I've been in District 9. We had one in Fountain Heights. We came over. We had a lot of people in the room, but it really wasn't a dialogue. It was just a
complaining session.
No, they were just talking else. Okay. So it's not going to be like that with me in District 9. Okay. Now the mayor, they're going to have their own plan, but as District 9, I'm going to listen to the people, and it's my job to take it back and answer the questions that I can. But I think we need to have a planning session for our areas because. For example, right now, what they do, they built the amphitheater. So most people just talk about the amphitheater. But there's actually a whole plan that will go down 31, going to Findlay, going to North Birmingham. Most of our citizens that live in those areas, they don't even know. And a lot of the times, the neighborhood officers, they're told at the last minute. So I feel like that's the role of a council person, to be that middle person to make sure we get everybody involved. And I also can say this as a leader. I have to tell people once they ask so many questions, it's the same question. It's my job to make them uncomfortable. Say, it's time to move on. You've heard. I think we have to be very intentional. We have not been intentional, and I'm not. What was there? I'm not going to do one project and wait. I've just seen it. I've been living here my whole life, and especially in our areas. And we the entertainment thing that we have,
Mhm.
that's good. But I'm talking about, we know at the end of the day, and something you said that nobody wants to talk about, is that the city of Birmingham budget is growing. So the city of Birmingham is not struggling. But what we have to do is have a balance with the citizens of Birmingham in the neighborhood. What are the core essential things that we should have, that should be going on? And that gets into a deeper conversation.
And I think that if you guys are tuned in, we're locked in right here on Thursday evening, the one and only Richard Franklin. He's running for District 9 out there, y'all, City Council. And I'm, he came to the conversation. I'm gonna ask him questions. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I don't like fluff.
Yes,
I'm unfiltered and I'm unapologetic about what I do because I'm a citizen too. And I want the best people in, so I'm going to ask a question I think the people want to know. As you're doing this, right? How you never really answered me about how do we hold you accountable once you get in office? If you're not doing something, if something doesn't go well, right? Or you can't do it,
right?
Are you going to be the man? Just like you're here, right?
I'm gonna come.
Are you going to come on the show, or
Yeah.
you going to come out on radio or whatever and say, "Hey, I tried this in District 9, y'all. We're working on it, but we couldn't get it done."
Yes. Okay. Yes. Well, see, let me say this.
Sure.
I want to make it. I think we make politics too hard. I think one of the reasons so many people, like a lot of politicians, we may disagree because they just tell it straightforward. Right now, if somebody can't do something in politics in our communities, we avoid it. If ain't something I can't do, I've been telling people, let's take the ends there. If it's a reason why we can't be a bad, I'm gonna tell my people why we can't be a bad. I'm not gonna wait till the next election to come ask them for their vote. The things that I'm talking about, I'm being
Richard.
I'm being honest. I've been a union president, and people don't understand.
Okay.
I've been union president 16 years.
Okay.
What I learned from it, you have to be honest with people.
A year out from being reelected, you're gonna start up your campaign. You didn't get something done. You can't get it done. You're coming up.
They're gonna already know it because during that process, I'm gonna be letting them know. You keep people engaged, and I'm just being honest.
So I won't. I'm coming with that.
I'm being honest. I've been union president 16 years. That's how I've been successful. It's been some campaigns and things that I've worked on. I was not successful, but I was very honest.
Mhm.
The school, I'll give an example.
Sure.
School system, I forgot what year it was, got taken over by the state.
Mhm.
Employees lost their job. I was honest with them from the beginning. I said, hey, we're going to fight this battle, but it's going to be a long process. Now, I didn't know it would be this long. We still don't know whether we won or lost. There's been people that died, people that retired, but people respect me because I was honest from the beginning. So that's one of the things, even knocking on people's door, I've been telling them, I'm going to be honest with you. If it's something I can't do, but I want to tell you why. That is the big thing. But I also would tell citizens, I'll give an example of something going on that I already have a solution for. We have a lot of abandoned, overgrown lots. So you'll hear the citizens when you go to neighborhood meetings, people say, hey, and sometimes the city say, well, they private owned lots. Well, I'm just to the city going, that's not true in some situations. So I asked the question at the neighborhood meeting, which lots are owned by the city and which lots are owned by private owners? Because we would handle those two different. They said, oh, nobody really ever asked that question. I said, well, the importance, if we know the city owned lots, then we would know to make sure that they're put, and even as a council person, I can advocate for this. When it's a private owned property, we'll go through a whole different process. And that way everybody is aware, instead of just us really saying, hey, this lot is not cut. And then if you just give the answers we're giving now, lot's not going to be cut. But the other issue is that if I'm going to be sitting on the council, we just voting to tear properties down, which we just been doing. And the citizens say they want it. I have to be the person in District 9. We tore so many properties down over the years, so the lots are overgrown because there was no plan. Are we going to build back? So the city has a mechanism to know how many vacant lots we have in these areas. So we need to start already being aggressive. Are we going to build back what's going to be there? Because in the long run, of course, we're going to be losing money if you knock it down and then you're going back cutting grass.
Question for you, because you said in District 9, how many communities you have?
19.
Do you have a team that's going to be working with you?
Yes.
You already team put together, because in 19 communities, one man is not going to be able to handle it all.
Yes. I think I'm going to be honest with you. I think on two. The citizens, District 9, are going to be in agreement with me. But I've also told them once I get in, it's not just about me. It's about all of us working together. I've even told the people running for council, we all got to work together. And I said, we got to get this right because it wasn't one person that messed all of this up. It was a collection of all of us over the years. And it's just life. You make mistakes. You got to own it. And that's what I mean that I think, I know I'm going to make mistakes. But guess what? I know I don't have all the answers, but I know if we bring more people together and we have our the same goal, then 9 times out of 10, you're going to come to a good solution. And it's going to be tough conversations, of course it is. Some of the greatest accomplishments I can say I've had in life, working in my position I'm in with the union, sometimes people were screaming at each other. When we finished and got over the emotion, we came through with the solution. And even as fellow council people, that's going to be we have to, I'm thinking ahead. Okay, time to tell the people probably good stuff. We have to be realistic. We don't want it, but he's already said I'm coming for Birmingham. So one of the things I'm going to say, y'all listen, and whoever's mayor, we need to be proactive. We need to start looking at things that they're already telling us they're coming with us for, and what is our solution? Let's stop fighting. Let's stop going to the blame game. And if they're going to try to, I can put the war first. I went down to watch it because I want to be firsthand. I'm the type of person. I want to see it myself. I don't want Joe to tell me if I had the ability to be there. So I could tell everybody what happened, who did what. But the thing about it, at the end of the day, we lost it. And I think everybody didn't come together because the name said Birmingham War first, but it didn't just serve Birmingham. It served a lot of the areas and I felt like if I was in office, I would say, hey, y'all, let's bring our other cities together that are getting this service. Let's go down and stand collectively as a group and, tell them we don't want this. I just think we have to think together, and it's a lot of resources. In my district, we have 2 county commissioners. We have to work together. I have to be that person that leads what my district wants. And I have to lead those conversations with the state legislators as well.
So from what I'm hearing, you have a plan. You're going to be vocal. You're going to be accountable for what you do and don't do. I want to go here. Married? Kids?
Yes, married. Yes. We have
How many
8
kids?
kids, 8 together, 4 in college right now.
Okay.
We have 2 that are in middle school right now, 7 and 8.
What did your family say when they know you was running again?
They were encouraged, never behind 100%.
Okay.
They're actually my biggest supporter. I will say, as a father, as a husband, as a son, I've been humbled by the support from my family and them pushing me and them telling me about myself. I'm really the guy you see today is the same guy I am every day.
Right.
And the people that know me know that, but my family telling me, you can do this. My friends need you. The senior citizens, like, we need you. And it just...
When you been married?
Been married 5 years.
This takes a lot from home life. And you got 9 districts, 19 communities. 19 communities. With that being said, how is home Frank going to deal with that, bro? Being way home.
Well, she actually was about the first person I've been to. And we've talked about all these things. So one of the things that I'm different with is one of my first commercial belts with my wife, telling people to vote for them. At many of the events I've been to, my wife has been there. A lot of politicians, they don't do it, but I do. Because it's not just me. I bring my wife along, to see what's going on. So I'm also pushing her the things going on, bending her ear, tell me what she thinks. I'm pushing my kids to tell me what they think. But we have a variety of kids we got middle schoolers all the way to seniors when they graduate from college.
So you do definitely understand the education component, which that's that family portion that you have, and accountability because you have to be accountable to your family. Voting is on Tuesday.
Yes.
Right. What do you want people to do on Tuesday? And before that, where can they find information about you?
Okay. You go on any social media, Facebook, anything. Look up Richard Franklin. That's personal. If you go to Richard Franklin for Birmingham City Council District 9, which is the number 9, you can find me. We also have a website, Richard Franklin for Birmingham City Council District 9.com. And the 9 is number 9. You can call me at 205-243-4177.
Slow it down if you want to go ahead and get your number right. Slow it down. Say it again.
205-243-4177.
I want to go here before I give the platform to you. Are you having fun?
Yes.
How you doing out there, man?
I'm having fun, really.
What are some of the complaints from the citizens that you're hearing that you think you're going to be able to within install?
I think collectively, one of the things that kind of shocked me was the road, paving the streets. I really didn't think it was. I wouldn't have thought it would have been as bad collectively for people to
Man,
say.
if one more of y'all politicians come and talk about these roads and we don't get them fixed, bro.
No. Listen, like I'm being honest. You asked, I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I did not believe. I thought they would be saying overgrown. Now they say overgrown life. They talk about the crime. But like Portland, I said my neighborhood, we've had one killing block or something. This whole time, a lot of senior citizens, but we had one in the neighborhood. But it's been the road, like the paving. So I really have studied.
So let me ask you this, Richard. I want to get a little bit into this. Are we talking about roads in their neighborhoods?
Yes.
Or are we talking about roads when you're riding down the highway and back up?
No.
Because people keep talking about roads.
No. Let me be very specific. In the neighborhood, I'll give an example. I knew for me, the road was one of the things. I live on 14th Court.
Okay.
The road has been on the list to be paved since 2016. It hasn't been paved. And now I will say I did a video the other day, so they patched the part when I did the video. Before I came here, I noticed that.
But why is that though? But here's the thing.
Okay.
Me as a citizen, everybody says what you're saying. Right. Not saying that you're not going to get it done if you're elected. But what is it when you get in office that the district that you're running in or the city that you're saying that you're going to do, why is it that that's not one of the first things that people are able to do? Something happens the day y'all get in that office. Right. That when y'all go in, maybe the budget is already set. Right. And you can't do nothing within that first session. I'm not for sure. But then the next session, right, something else more, I guess more important come up than what you was promised, because they tell you, well, what you did on the campaign trail, that was campaign. Now here's the real deal, right? Is that what happens to other kind of? Because, bro, we hear this from everybody every 2 or 4 years. Come on now.
So I think they haven't had a plan. I think they have to be like, it's something you just said. What's the number one issue? And if everybody is saying that, guess what? That means it shouldn't just be Richard Franklin District 9 voting no on the budget as a council person. If the mayor is just putting in $15 million. One of the things I said is when we get in, they've already started to put. So what I would do is day one, they give us a car. We'll drive that city car, drive that list, and see what's paid and what's not paid. And then I'm going to, every Tuesday, starting that Tuesday when I start, I'm going to name to the mayor, hey, this road, when will it be paid? Because the mayor directs the staff and they will know the execution of something. So if the council has already, voted for it and it's in the budget. Now, what I truly personally believe without getting it, I think the problem is that they have to have the courage to move money from somewhere else and put more for what the issue is.
But that's gonna be totally out of your wheelhouse, though, right? Because you can speak on it, but you may not have the final say on it.
Let me say this: one thing that hadn't been taken from the council is vote no. Okay, you vote yes, but the rest of you all voted. That means it still don't happen, correct? Right. Well, it would be whatever's in that budget. Let me just.
Okay, but the budget is there.
Right.
You got how many council members? Right.
You got 9.
Not 9 council members.
Right.
Okay. 5 vote no. 4 vote yes.
Right.
It means it don't go. Correct.
That's correct.
That's what I'm saying. You did your part.
Right.
But now you still didn't happen because other people thought it was. So that's what I'm saying. Right. How do y'all come together?
But you started off and said, hey, every politician that come here, they tell you they've been saying road.
Yeah. So
what I'm saying is, if every politician, not just Richard, because I didn't know I know you actually in my district. I'm being honest. It shocked me. I thought it would be something else.
Yeah.
I'm saying in the budget, when I look at it, not this year because they already voted on it. The next year, if it's the same amount, we have the same issue. I'm going to already start talking to the council colleagues and the mayor. Whoever for me. And say, hey, we have the issue here. We know we need to put more money here. We need the budget's growing every year.
Right.
We just took our emergency fund to cut grass. I'm not going to even touch on that because it's really not still being cut. But we have, if we know it's an issue, and we're hearing citywide, not just in District 9, in these neighborhoods, we have a problem. And once I get in, I'm the type of person to come back and tell you why. Because guess what? Right now, everybody that's in, they're too silent about it. If I'm here, they're just running. And they've been sitting in the positions, they hear it from every neighborhood. It shocked me because before I ran, you only go to your neighborhood and me.
Right.
But, you know, in your community, you may go to some of those neighborhoods. But running, you get to go to everybody. And I'm serious. That's been the one that really shocked me. The other one is the crime, the fear of it. Because it's kind of like we're PTSD. And I think my mindset and the way we talk, even as city leaders, I've even told a lot of them, stop acting like you can solve crime. That's the first thing. It sounds good when you run. But I believe that what you do is you invest in things that you can control.
Right.
For example, if we know a lot of kids come from challenged households, that means we need to make sure we have rec centers open, libraries, even if we're going to revamp these things. We have to get into realistic conversations because right now they don't have these options. And what are they going to turn to?
I work with a lot of after school programs, right? In our neighborhoods. In the West End, down and what you're saying is true, but the other part is a lot of parents don't have their kids participating in the after school activities there. So even though the money is there and the people are there, not a lot of kids that come home. So I think again, there's a much deeper conversation that we can have here.
So can I say something that should I work with Park and Rec?
Sure.
When I was sitting Birmingham swim team coach, I did something that most people they hadn't done since I've been there. I spent money out of my budget and ran ads on the radio station to let people know these schools. Because we assume people know.
Right.
So a lot I can tell you right now, if Fountain Heights is offering something, it's not at Wilkinson Middle School. The kids and the families don't know. Exactly. It's not at Tugger. So that's something else that I bring different to the table. That's bringing all these. If we're paying for the school system, may pay for something, but we don't talk. So the school system be paying for something the city don't know. The city go pay for something they don't know. They do a commercial, see it on TV that they're doing it.
Makes sense.
You got it. But yeah. That's something that I can do. That's simple. But
I got you, man. Listen, I appreciate you coming here and wanting to talk to the people and let them know, basically what it is that you can do, what they can hold you accountable for, and what your plan is. But what I always like to do at this part of the show when I'm talking with a person that's going for, I'm gonna share up, right? And I'm gonna give you the platform, bro, and look into the camera, and you tell people why should they work for you.
On Tuesday, August 26th, which is this coming up, District 9, you have a decision. If your eyes are not deceiving you, you know the things that I'm saying, they're true. I know that you're not used to a politician, person running for office, saying the things that I'm saying, being direct and honest. If you want change, and I know some people is going to be uncomfortable, you lost hope. I'm the hope, person that's providing the hope for you. I'm the person that lives in the district with you that'll say we've been suffering. But I can't do it alone. The first thing you have to do is have the courage to vote for me. Not just for me, but it'll be for you, your children, your grandchildren. We have to build our neighborhoods back together. We have to build our schools together because we're losing population in our neighborhoods, so we're losing population in our schools in District 9. These things go hand in hand together. I'm willing to work with you if you vote for me. I just need you to vote for me so we can start this work. If you continue to do the same thing that you've been doing, you're going to get the same results. If you do something different, even though it may not be comfortable, it's me. I know the things that I'm saying, really, you can't believe. But do your research. This is me coming from the heart. On August 26th, vote Richard E. Franklin Jr. so we can be the model district for the city of Birmingham, for your city council district. Thank you.
All right, guys, you heard it from Richard Franklin. We're gonna leave you right there. Hope you guys enjoyed this special edition of Coffee and Conversation with your boy Joe Lockett. Make sure you go out there and check out all your candidates and especially Richard Franklin. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good evening. You know how I feel about you, right?